So it's sort of like a balance of, I don't know what to do. Okay, so I know this is gonna be a short episode today, but I just wanted to like sort of make this to address this one point. By the time you're watching this, it'll be last week, but Max Reisinger released a video and it was about his room tour, but in this room tour video, he had this thing on his wall that said, "The first B I ever got was in art. I wish I got an F for the rules. Art is art." And that made me think about something. The way they approach art in school is they teach a concept and you have to repeat that concept and do it. Let me give the definition of art. Expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. That's the first line of the definition of art, period. The expression, your own personal creative expression. Rating them based on how well they're able to replicate other people's forms of art. Does that not go together for you? Because for me, that's not making sense. Everyone has their own sense of art because art is me expressing what I think is art. Art is anything. It just boggles my mind because like I never thought about this before. I never even had any thoughts about this until I thought of that. And I replayed that section of the video like 5 times. F the rules, art is art. And that goes with a lot of other creative things in school is they're judging you based on how good you do other people's concepts. But who cares how well you do other people's concepts? They're their concepts. The way someone decides to shade their work and do a color palette is their way, not the way I decide to do my color palette and shade my work. Because everything is already essentially laid out and you're just being taught that. You're being told what to do, and you're not getting any creative freedom with a ton of the things you do. There's such a strict outline for everything you need to do. But just going back to that, like art is designed, like art was made to be freedom of expression, and the way they teach it in school is the complete opposite of that. So I know people are gonna come at me if I don't sort of suggest what I think, and what I think is that art should be marked on how hard, like how much work you put into doing your art and your effort towards creating something that you think is good, not creating something that the teacher think follows their guidelines. So yeah, sure, do your maths the way math works or whatever, but for art, that should be your class where I think, yeah, they should teach you these, but then say, okay, create your own creative piece using this type of media. So create an oil painting of whatever you want, or like a landscape oil painting, but you don't need to follow this technique. You can just do whatever you want using this type of media, and it should be graded based on how much time and effort you put into that, trying to make it look good to yourself, not look good to the teacher, because art is completely subjective to anyone, and that's any form of art. That could be video, that could be pictures. Someone else could say, my pictures suck. And I don't care if my pictures suck to you. My pictures look good to me. Other people like my pictures. If you don't, that's irrelevant. And that goes back to exactly the same thing as art, where it's so subjective to everyone, which is why you should completely be graded on your effort and not the final product of what the teacher's opinion on it is. So now we're back, and we already did our hitting, so we're gonna do the throwing drills now. I'm way too scared. So I have these tennis balls.